terms of local scale modelling, we also need to be able to model snowpack to very high degrees of resolution in order to model things like avalanches and different risks, uncertainties. In terms of global climate modelling, this is exactly how snow fits into a global climate model. You can see that snow is important for modelling atmospheric dynamics, land surface energy balances, and also oceanic dynamics, as we've heard about from Peter before. All these circulations are important in order for us to understand how climate is going to change in the future. I'm an early career scientist, so I've just started my career and I'm researching global climate change, looking at snow, looking at its feedbacks on the climate system. Science needs to be communicated at COP15 in order to get policymakers to really build a strong agreement which builds upon the foundations of science.
There are two kinds of skeptics. There's a legitimate skeptic who's just trying to understand, or who's challenging another scientist on, I'm not sure I agree with that assumption, and let's look at it. That's a legitimate kind of argument, and the public doesn't understand. It's hard for them to understand it because it's not the way the rest of the world works and the way we work. And then there are skeptics who have an agenda, and that's going to be a part of an issue this big. You're never ever going to have a clean slate upon which to solve your problem because there are all kinds of forces. Some of these things are going to create displacements for certain industries, and they have to reinvent them. It's hard when you're trying to deal with these things that have long time scales. If we build up an electric power plant, a coal-fired power plant, we've made a 60-year decision. And if this is going to get in the way of that, there's going to be some tension. You just spent X billions of dollars building a plant, you want me to change? No, they'd say, hey, I made that decision. So there's going to be a lot of tension.
How much longer have we got before these gases start coming out of the Arctic?
Exactly 12 hours. Because we have to react now, and that is tomorrow morning at the Bella Center at the climate negotiations, if we want this not to happen. If we don't do a deal in Copenhagen now, we will see a commitment of more warming, and we will see this commitment realizing in more carbon coming out of the Arctic, adding to any weak deal we do in Copenhagen. So 12 hours, tomorrow morning it'll all start.